I started teaching my golf for local Parks and Rec in early 1999, about 3 months after I moved to Vancouver Island from Manitoba. With no big golf course or a practice facility inside of Ladysmith, it was nearly impossible for people to get full-time golf instruction without having to leave the Ladysmith area, get out onto a busy Trans-Canada highway and go 10, 20, 40 kilometers just to get golf instruction, or even to find a driving range to hit golf balls. And a number of golf courses within a closer radius to Ladysmith were not able to have a large enough area to set up driving ranges for practicing. The program of lessons that I prepared in Manitoba originally, they fit perfectly with the spirit of what Parks and Recreation in cities stands for. As well, the lesson program that I came up with, I can teach it in a gymnasium. I can teach it in a very confined area. It just works. The lessons that I prepared, I can also teach to a grandfather wanting to get his grandson to learn to golf so that he could go golfing with his grandson. How many of you people out there have that kind of a desire? I know there's lots of you. Sometimes both of them would be taking the golf lessons together. One grandparent had quit golf for 3 or 4 years because of a bad back. He was hoping it would improve just so he could take his grandson golfing. He would bring the grandson for the lessons. I said, "Bill, would you go out and hit some golf balls for 10 minutes? It won't hurt your back." "Oh no." I watched what he was doing. Before I knew it, he was taking a few golf lessons. The next year, he not only golfed with his grandson, he was back golfing with his former buddies. There was some swing faults in his swing, plus some physical weaknesses that he didn't know about that could be dealt with. He was back enjoying his golf and golfing with his grandson. That's what I developed in teaching my golf. The lessons I give are unique. No one else in the world teaches them. I created these lessons based on how I taught various sports to my grades 1 to grade 9 physical education students. I discovered that golf instruction did not have teaching or training of elements I knew existed in so many other sports. Once again, I was a physical education teacher, grades 1 to grade 9. As each year of this type of instruction went by, I was learning more about the concept that I had developed. New wording, new feelings, new sensations, and I was able to teach them to the people coming to my lessons. I even taught a man by phone, an 1.5-hour lesson. I taught one of my lessons to him, 3,000 miles away, no video. The man sent me $100. He appreciated it so much. I know there's a lot more to learn about this method, and I know I won't be the one to develop it all. I feel that a lot of golf pros will pick this up because it doesn't infringe on their teaching. In fact, it brings or takes more golf students to them and their venues. This is what I've discovered. My instruction was an immediate success. Word went around. I was patient. Oh, that's so important to a lot of people, young and old. Patience. was able to teach in everyday language. No golfese ease language, words that are English words, but they mean nothing to most people when used the way they are now. I'm not a golf pro. I'm a professional teacher. I was amazed how many people came to me and said, "We came to you because we weren't ready to go to a golf pro." Apprehension, embarrassment. It's out there, folks. Some of you will have experienced that phenomenon. So I filled the role of the initial lessons. Some of those people then felt comfortable about going on and taking golf pro advanced lessons. I was happy. I hope they were happy. Another very important thing that brought students to me was at the end of the golf lesson program, 5 to 7 lessons, whatever we agreed on, I would go golfing on a little par 3 with my students. They were happy that I could take the transference of their teaching, their practice, to a golf course and explain when and how to approach what they had learned in a golf course scenario. Plus I would teach them safety things, etiquette things at the same time. That just went over like wildfire. My students do not hit a slice. Incredible, you might say. Oh yeah, they hit the odd one if they tried too hard or tried to hit the ball too hard. Mostly they would scowl the ball or hit pushes, but never the dreaded slice. Didn't know why in my first year. I saw my students hitting the neatest little draws, even with a pitching wedge. They were ranked beginners. This is impossible. It took me years to be able to hit a draw, and I never knew why. And all it was something I was teaching before they even put a golf club in their hand. And out came this little draw once they started hitting the ball over a baseball fence. When my students were done my program, I guided them towards golf courses, towards golf club makers. I do slightly favor custom club making for my golf students, especially those who are only going to play casual golf. Golf lesson money, which was leaving Ladysmith, suddenly was staying within the city confines. I was there. Golf lesson money from outside the city came when people learned of the 4 qualities I mentioned above. The golf pros did not lose any lesson money. If they never got lesson money from these people, they gained in so many other ways. Support at their golf venues. I was happy. Nearby businesses benefited. A Dairy Queen, a KFC, a Safeway grocery store. People were there, needed to pick something up in a hurry, grabbed it there before going home. They were happy. In short, what I teach benefits golf and other businesses. It also leads towards the advanced pro golf lessons. And you are going to find out how this is so as I develop my golf lesson strategy for the internet. Thank you for letting me vent this little bit of information, and I will see you in my next announcement.